Come on, buddy, this isn't gonna be worth it. I know what you are.
You lost your money, you keep this up, you lose something else.
This is how Australian Hugh Jackman was introduced to a large part of the American audience. It was the hairy, scary, action Jackman portrayal of Wolverine, a mutant superhero in the X-Men films. Look how he's mutated now.
And soon they'll all know my name. I'll have fortune and fame when I get my name in lights.
Into the high-spirited, high-stepping Peter Allen, a fellow Australian, a singer, dancer, songwriter who, before he died of AIDS, was larger than life.
I just instantly thought this is going to be a great role for someone to play, because you don't feel like you're, you know, say Mamma Mia singing a pop song. You know, you feel like you are projecting thought in song. Coming home used to feel so good, but I'm a stranger now in my neighborhood.
The Boy from Oz tries to tell the story of Peter Allen's life and death while using as many of his songs as possible in one night at the theater.
Dreams can come true again. Too many times I've seen the rose die on the vine. Put your hands together.
It was quite a life, beginning in a small town in the Australian outback, where as a child he tap danced for tips in local pubs.
I tap and sing and play the piano, splash my name across the big bright banner.
Now, he wouldn't have had a breezy kind of run through that. People wouldn't have said, oh, he's lovely, that kid. He would have had a tough time, you know. And his resilience and his courage was ultimately probably his defining quality.
Peter Allen is still largely defined by the songs he wrote, many of which many of us still remember.
Don't cry out loud.
Maybe I hang around here a little more than I should. I'd rather leave while I'm in love.
But he was also defined by his over-the-top performances, on stage and off. He was discovered by none other than Judy Garland and became the first one to marry her daughter, Liza Minnelli, despite his history of gay relationships.
I did meet Liza, and she pulled me aside and she locked me in. She said, "You're playing Peter Allen, right?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You've got to remember one thing." She had this look in my eye, like, don't just play the song and dance man, the good time. You must remember he was a man of incredible strength and loyalty. Whoa, whoa, when my baby must be, I go to Rio.
It is a role that's very different from the others Hugh Jackman has tackled.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh.
He earned his spurs in musical theater playing Curly in the London production of Oklahoma. It'll be seen next month on PBS's Great Performances.
Everything's going my way.
Now that The Boy from Oz has millions of dollars in advance ticket sales, Jackman is comfortable in his new role as Broadway headliner and never more than a half step out of character.
I think it's the most demanding part, in a way, in terms of bringing out sides of me that different sides of me. You used to live in New York City. Playing Peter has been a very, dare I say it, therapeutic exercise. Where you used to play. It's had a bigger reverberation in my life than any other show that I've done. I'm not exactly sure why.
I started asking you what you learned about Peter Allen. Maybe I should ask you what you learned about yourself, if it's not too personal.
Well, Peter wrestled with his constant desire to move forward, to come to New York from where he was, to leave his mother, who he was very close to, and to forge a life here. And it's weird, it's come up for me a lot because my family is all over the world, and there's a song that Peter sings and he says, all the sons and daughters spinning around the world, away from their family and friends. Every night I sing it, it kind of strikes me that on one level I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life to dream of being here on Broadway. And at the same time, I'm kind of feeling very sentimental in a way about my family, my relationships, and my parents, and spending time with them and evaluating what is really important.
For now, what's important is performing 8 shows a week. Jackman is rarely off stage and sings 20 songs, most of them loudly. It is at times an athletic performance. It's also an emotional performance for people who knew Peter Allen.
I suddenly burst into tears, just burst into tears, and I was just so moved.
Carol Bayer Sager co-wrote many of the songs in the show with Peter Allen, including the Oscar-winning theme from Arthur. She saw a lot of Allen in Hugh Jackman's performance.
When I gave him a hug after the first preview, I had to remember that I was hugging a man that I don't know all that well, because I felt I was hugging a part of Peter. Do you understand?
I do.
And I almost feel teary now because,
really?
Yeah, because it gets confusing for me when I watch the show because he so brilliantly captured Peter that I want Peter to be here.
Taking this role was always a risk for a man in his 30s with a successful movie career and a promise of more to come. Jackman has taken himself out of the Hollywood world for now, but he says it's a risk he was more than willing to take.
I think if you go longer than 5 years without going on stage, then it becomes increasingly tempting not to go back. And I've seen that happen with a lot of people because it's not easy going back on stage. It's demanding in every way. So it's 4.5 years since I've been on stage, so I've kind of kept to that contract.
Yeah, I mean, you're not worried about your film career losing momentum, being out here for a year?
No, I don't worry about those kinds of things.
So far in his career, Jackman has made the right decisions, even when he acted against the counsel of those closest to him, like his wife, Deborah Lee Furness, who's an actress and a director and an advisor to Jackman.
She's tough on me.
You listen?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every audition I've ever been to, I've gone through a drilling with Deb. And generally she's right. Famously, once she wasn't, which was, she read, when I first read for X-Men, they sent on a fax 3 pages, 3 sides of dialogue. And the first page said, Wolverine, hirsute mutant, his claws come out. And she threw them down and said, Hugh, you are not doing this screen test. Absolutely not. She said,
good advice.
So I did the audition, I got it, and she said, I'm so glad you didn't listen to me. It's the only time she's admitted being wrong.
For the record, she was all for him playing Peter Allen, which is good, since he's committed to star in the show for at least 1 year.
I go to Rio de Janeiro, Miami, yo. I go out and then I have to do the samba.